actually the most simple possibility to take impression. This is much more easier to compare with the impression of the teeth, because on the impression of the teeth we take so much care how to precisely get the margins of the teeth, which are freshly prepared with the flow silicone, with the different viscosity of the silicone, with the using retraction cord. And here all precision of all the implant margins give us the transfer caps. So when the doctors are asking me, do you need, why don't you use intraoral scanner? At this particular moment, we don't need it, simply because it's much more easier. And it's so simple that we even don't kind of think about using the intraoral for this particular cases, for single piece implants and this system. In our practice, we use the silicone from the mixture, and this allows us to use the material which has quite a flowable viscosity before it sets, and quite stable when it sets already. And because very often we work with extraction sockets and there are flaps, it's not allowed at all for the procedure to use flow silicone, low viscosity silicone. So for this reason, actually it's not needed, because our impression caps, they give us full information how the where implant margins are located. So it's enough to have just the silicone without the correction material. On the second picture, you see how the lab analogs are installed in the impression for the model fabrication. And also I would like to show you two main reliable techniques how to take bite registration. Techniques, at this moment I will make a remark, techniques when we want to get the bite on the first day after the operation already in a reliable version. Because if there are the bridge production which flows with the metal acrylic bridges, or for example the bridge where we can take the second bite on the metal frame, because the metal acrylic bridges tolerate this discrepancy, then there are different techniques available. But when we want to get the precise bite on the first day or the next morning after the operation, so that the technician can actually proceed to work, there are two main options which I am showing for you now. First option is to use the bite registration procedure like for the removable bridges. So there are two occlusal rims which are made from the silicone. In the base of this occlusal rims we place the transfer, and later these two occlusal rims, the surfaces of these rims are adjusted along each other, the retention points are being made, and then they are simply connected to each other, so they are fixed to each other. Very similar procedure like with the removable dentures, but our advantage, and I think which is much easier for us in our work, that we have the transfers, the same transfer which I showed you before. So these transfers are positioned on the implants in exact way. This registration will be transferred on the models. And looking at the margin of this cap, where it ends and where the implant analog starts, the dentist technician can verify the position of this bite registration. So here is some video. You can see how this silicone actually fits before it's in the final position. I will show you rather the picture. So here on these two pictures, you see that this bite registrant, it's not yet completely down. And on this picture, it's already fits exactly on the model the same way like it was fitting on the in the oral cavity. So for our patients,